What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Second Street. I hope you're all having a very good day today. And here we are on Mando Friday. Man, the season finale of The Mandalorian just dropped. As a matter of fact, my daughters even woke up this morning early. My kids all woke up early this morning to watch the season finale with me. And I'm telling you, man, woo! Oh, man. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought about this last episode. Episode number 16 of The Mandalorian, The Rescue. Oh my god. Okay, we're not going to get into spoilers quite yet, so please save any spoilers or anything. We will get into spoilers, I don't know, here in a few minutes. We want to talk a little bit about the show, but just in case there's anybody watching or paying attention to the chat, we're going to save it. I'll let you know. Of course, I probably should have something up on the screen, maybe. I don't know. It's all good, but thank you all so much for being here today, and what a day it is. And started off my morning, woke up just a little before 4 o'clock, went out to the garage, got a good workout in, and then watched The Mandalorian, and I am telling you, got the kids ready for school. Whew, man. And I gotta tell you, I was in the right state of mind for watching this last episode. Let's get right in here and see who all we got here in the live chat. Certified Gumbo, guys, make sure you go check out Certified Gumbo. Go subscribe to the channel and see what they do. They got some cool community live streams they do. Well, I guess not necessarily community, because it's their community. It's their people they've got. Go check it out. They do some pretty good podcasts over there. Eric Heine, let's have a community stream out now. You know what? Maybe, Eric, I think that you need to change your screen name to Community Stream Eric. I think you should. Now, we'll do that soon. We'll do that soon, Eric. I've got some things that we've just got to get... Some things we gotta get fixed and worked out here on the channel and not just, there are things like some things that are some upgrades coming, okay, for the channel. That's all I can really say, but it's taking a little bit longer than I expected. Let me tell you. ReeferMan Reviews, how are you doing? A&M Entertainment. Thank you both so much for being here. ReeferMan Reviews, one of the good friends of the channel, one of the Myrtle Maniacs. Make sure you go check out his channel. He does music reviews, and soon he's probably going to be doing some unboxings. Park Outdoors, thank you so much for being here. And guys, make sure that you go check out A&M Entertainment as well. They were doing a live stream. What was that? Last night? I believe it was last night. I was listening in for quite a while before the Den of Nerds After Dark came on. I was listening over there for a couple hours as well. It was a long night, and great night of listening to some different people in their streams and everything. Yeah, great night for content. Okay, Mike Porter, my man. Yeah, damn near perfection. Yeah, we'll get into that. Mike Porter says, what? I'm trying to watch The Rescue for the third time, but I gotta talk to you guys too. Yes. What is up, my man Mike Porter, my favorite Porter. Yeah. Everybody a winner. Yeah. Fanjecture says, okay, bro, he'll do when he does. I don't think you need to ask. You know what? Honestly, if Eric didn't come on here and ask about doing a community stream, I'd probably miss it. I'd probably miss it. You know what I mean? I'd probably miss it, actually, if Eric didn't come on here and say, let's have a community stream right now. To be quite honest. Because I was thinking about that. I was like, it's one of those kinds of things. Like, everybody in your little community, has their little role that they play. I mean, not necessarily a role, but, like their own little personality and everything. And yeah, I think I would kind of miss it. It would almost be like me coming on here and not being a complete J-hole. Oh, that's not a J. That's an A. I know it looks similar, but anybody? Crickets? Let's see. That's an anybody. Anyway. Nerds won the Super Bowl this morning. Yes, yeah, this is the way. Yeah. Oh man, I'm telling you. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. Okay, well, we're getting into that. We are streaming tonight at 9 p.m. Okay, so that's 9 p.m. East Coast. So that's probably 6 p.m. then, my time. All right. Spoiler heavy recap of this episode. All right, has stats to prove it, but this is the best second season of all time. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it was pretty good. It was good. And you know, the thing is like, so far, like what they've got is, you know, I was thinking like last season they kind of really did, you know, and I think last season was breaking ground, and this season was building the foundation, right? Last season they broke ground, they went through and they leveled up the ground. They put all, they put all that rebar and them grates in there to get ready to lay the foundation down. They had everything, they had the scoopers in there getting all the dirt out, leveling everything out. They got those compactors, those big ass compactors. They're sitting there leveling out the ground. They got surveyors out there looking at the landscape, surveying. They got those little, they got the little things and they made, yeah. They got all those people out there. That was the first season. They broke ground and they were sitting there surveying and getting ready to lay the foundation. This season, they came out and they laid the foundation of what is going to be what they're doing on Disney Plus with their Star Wars universe. And I'm telling you, it was great. And let's see, definitely an unboxing video coming soon. Yes. So this episode got, what was it, like 45 minutes? I thought it was a very good episode, directed by Peyton Reed. Peyton Reed came in and did a pretty good job. Now, one of the criticisms I've had throughout a lot of this season is the action, and even last season. If you get into last season, and here, he's tired. He's tired. We don't have any frogs for him to eat, so he's feeling a little famished right now. But one of the things I've talked about a lot this season is the action. Some of these directors coming in, and you can tell a lot of these directors aren't used to directing action, and they do just fine because they still got the whole production team and everything there, but you can really see it, and that's why I say, what was it, 2 episodes ago when we had Robert Rodriguez come in and direct. Like even last episode, great action. God, what was his name? Ricky. Oh man, Ricky. Oh man, I know dude, I forget. Rick. I want to say it was Fumiyama? Man, I can't remember. Landon TLB, thank you so much for being here. Regardless, he came in and did a pretty good job as well. But there was still little things here and there. I'm like, you could tell he's not like the biggest like action kind of director. Where the one where Robert Rodriguez came in, the way he did it, you could tell he's used to directing action. All right, and it's funny because I was watching. What's her name? You know who I'm talking about. Yeah. I was watching her, and Grace Randolph actually completely, like everything I said about that episode, like her shit was completely opposite. It was completely opposite. She's like, oh, the action is on. I'm like, really? You can watch this episode and talk about the action compared to every episode that came before it and say that this is no good compared to, like, what are you watching, Grace? That's all I have to say about that. Ooh, I feel like, you know what? Maybe I want to treat her like the mutants do Wanda right now. Pretender. Anyway, the point being is I thought the action in this episode, it was pretty good. Peyton Reed came in and did a pretty good job. I'm not sure that he's like the biggest kind of like action director. I'd have to go see what all movies he's directed aside from, like Ant-Man. I know there was something else that he directed I'd seen too, but I mean, other than that, I'm not sure that he's like big on action, but you could see he's did the Ant-Man films and they've got action in it, but I mean, is a little bit different than what we've got going on in The Mandalorian. But you can still tell, even in this episode, he's used to directing the action. I thought it was very good. 45 minutes. This one actually seemed a little bit like, and that's the thing, like with the pacing of this episode, I thought it was really good. And it didn't make 45 minutes seem like 45 minutes, where like I talked about the episode Robert Rodriguez did, where he did that 32 minutes that seemed like an hour. Just like the pacing, the way it all went with like the slowing down, the action, and all that stuff. This was kind of that way, but it made that 45 minutes not seem as long, but it still made it seem like long enough. Very good. I thought it was very good with the pacing, the action. It starts right off into some action, and then quickly breaks. And I love the way that this episode opened up, and then we see like a lot happens in this episode. And for that 45 minutes. So I think as far as things like that, I do think that I think the best episodes this season are the ones directed. I would probably say Robert Rodriguez, then maybe the honestly the Peyton Reed episode, and then Favreau, and then I'd have to go through and watch the rest of them again, because the rest of them were, I would say, were all about the same level. Just on the directing side of things. Great episode. A lot of stuff happens. We can see by the end of the episode where a lot of stuff is going to be spinning off and going into different stuff. How they are taking and building this universe. We see that there are some rumors and things that we heard about that, kind of came true. And altogether, I gotta say, I think this episode, it was probably right up there. I would probably put this one easily at a 9. Just on that first watch. I think the Robert Rodriguez one was there around a 9. Maybe a 9.5. I think 9.5 on the Robert Rodriguez one. I would say this one was easily a solid 9. And it was just a good episode. A lot of stuff happening. I do have some nitpicks, some huge nitpicks. Without even getting into spoilers, I want to say, okay, it's obvious that studios don't cross pollinate any of their technology, like ILM, and what they do over at Marvel Studios. Because over at Marvel Studios, they have that de-aging tech, that whole thing, right? They have that thing down seamless. Like, seriously, go look at Michael Douglas in either movie that they showed young flashbacks of him in. Go look at the beginning of Civil War, where he walks in and he punches what's his name in the face. You can see what they did in Infinity War, Endgame, and they have that de-aging tech down. It's really, you almost can't even really tell. You really have to look at it to know. Especially because, I look at Michael Douglas, and it's funny, I was just watching Romancing the Stone the other day, and I'm like, there is one thing I will say that they have in the MCU when they de-aged him, was they made his cheekbones look a little bit longer than they are, but, I was like, dang, man, it's pretty damn close, man. It's pretty damn close. You almost can't even tell it's computer generated. ILM or what they're doing over there, they don't have that. They don't have that with some of that tech, because they used some of that kinds of stuff in this episode, and it just didn't look very good. It looked, and this is why this definitely takes away from it. And here's the thing is, it took me out of it. It took me out of it. When I seen it. When I seen it, I was like, When I get into spoilers, I'll talk about what I think they should have done. But some of that de-aging tech, I was like, But they did also put some other things in here, this episode, that were mind-blowing. It was great. If you don't know who my favorite character in probably all of Star Wars is, then you probably, I'm not going to say right now, I'll say when we get into spoilers, but I seriously lost my shit. I lost my shit. I lost my shit. Yeah. So they're doing a lot of things. Like I said before, they're doing a really good job of mixing new stuff in with the old stuff and really kind of starting to mix it all together here. Now, I'll tell you, there's going to be some stuff in here people are going to probably bitch and gripe about. Probably no doubt. Probably no doubt. But altogether, I thought this episode was great. Definitely a great way to end the season. And a great way to move into a lot of the shows that they announced at the investors, at that investors call, at that investor stream. Very good stuff. Let me know what you thought about episode 16, or episode 8 of season 2, if you will, down in the comments below. And then I'll get in and say what's up to everybody, read all your thoughts, and then we'll get into some spoilers. And we'll turn a little loose on this thing here, okay? We'll turn a little loose here. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, happy Friday to you too, Landon. Yeah, okay, Rick Fumi, you, yeah, I'll have to see, like, yeah, it's, like, yeah. But yeah, I thought his action is pretty good, too. What a great way to start my winter break. Absolutely, man. And your winter break, as soon as your winter break is over and you're back to school, you know what? Like, a week later, oh, WandaVision starts. Woo! What a time to be alive, my friends. What a time to be alive. Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, amazing. I feel like the camera work and pacing for the action sequences in the Bo-Katan episode was the best in the series. See, and for me, that was one of the ones I was really like, I thought they did pretty good, but there was just some of it that really, you could tell, like, the wire work and shit, like, however they shot that, I could really see it. You know, I could really see it, like, and that's one of the things, like, you know, like, even, like Chillmonger was saying when we had him on the show yesterday, I was talking about, like, some of the stuff that they do, they're pretty good at a lot of it, but there are some of the things that they do, I can really tell that they're not, like, they're on a set. And so, it's some of those kinds of things, and, like, that episode where they, and you know what, and that's something else, too. Because, yeah, what's her name? Yeah, Bo-Katan, right? What's her name that plays her? Man, why all of a sudden did I forget her name? I just had it on the tip of my tongue too. I'm not looking at the chat. Dang it! Why can't I remember her name? Because I actually went and I checked out her. She got a YouTube channel and she's been doing stuff like through. Yeah. Anyway. Oh man, why? All right, man. I messed that up. Either way, she actually did good in this episode. I thought her acting was a lot more on point. She emoted a lot more to the point where she was actually convincing. Where, like, the first episode that she was in that episode, I was like, she seems a little cardboardy. You know, not like stiff, but a little, I don't know. It just wasn't quite there for me. This episode, she actually did really good. I thought she looked good. She did good. The wig, was it a wig? All looked good. I thought she looked a lot better in this episode, for sure. But yeah, that episode, I would say it's probably the next one after those after those top 4. I'd probably say it's the best one after those top 4. So probably 5, number 5. Yeah. Do you know the Boba Fett actor passed away? Oh yeah, that was yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, man, that's a sad ordeal, man, and that's the thing, and that's how old the franchise is. You know, like, I'm in my 40s, and like when I was born is when this was all, you know, coming out, and you got to think that a lot of the people that were in these movies at that time, the age they were, I mean, hell, if they were in their 20s, working in an industry, being in any of those outfits or anything, I mean, you got to think fast forward that 20 more years, you're looking at 60, and that's just if they're that young. You got to think that a lot of these people were even older at the time. But yeah, that's a sad thing. A lot of people too. A lot of people been. I know. What's his name? Tommy Lister. Zeus. Remember? What was that? Was that Suburban? No, it was No Holds Barred. Remember Zeus? Or you might know him better as Debo. He passed away, and what's funny is I think he actually lives here in town where I live at. If not, he used to. But yeah. Actor passed away the other day, but I feel absolutely, yeah. You know what? I always kind of feel like I always use this hashtag, never too soon. May he rest in peace in that Sarlacc pit. Oh wait, they brought him back. Never mind. Okay, I need me some ILM magic in my life. DH the ReeferMan. Alright? Grace didn't like... No, Mike Porter. It was the one, the Robert Rodriguez one. Where she was talking about, where she was talking about the action and stuff. ReeferMan says, I cried like a baby when spoiler happened to and lost my mind. You know what? It was probably something different than I did. Probably something different. We'll get into that. I'm Sir Glass Half Full. This show was, for me, was perfect. Yeah, this one really was. Yeah. Trinity lost it? Yeah. Katie Sackhoff. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Sackhoff. And it's funny, too, because that name just, it's a great name. It's a great name. Sackhoff. Katie Sackhoff. Yeah. Love it. Yeah, I actually thought she performed a lot better in this episode, definitely. Snow Dub, what's up? Jenner Chick, yeah, woo, what's up, Snow Dub? Landon TLB says, oh, what a time to be alive. I got Attack on Titan this Sunday, I had Mando tonight, WandaVision coming, Wonder Woman 1984 this Christmas, and 2020 is ending. What a great time to be alive. Absolutely. Let's just hope that 2021 doesn't say, 2020, hold my beer, right? I don't know. One of those. It's one of those stupid dad memes. Yeah. It's not even dad jokes anymore. We got dad memes now. Yeah. Seen that. Park Outdoor says 3 Star Wars shows and 4 Marvel shows back to back next year. Let's go. Absolutely, man. It's gonna be exhausting. It's gonna be an exhausting year to be a nerd, especially if you're a sweaty. What did I miss? Not a whole lot. Just me flapping my gums so far. If Mando and Bo-Katan fight, I'm sorry, but rest in peace, Mando. No. Katie is a baddie. Yeah. I think they used the same tech they used, recreated Tarkin in Rogue One. You know what? Again, I think Tarkin in Rogue One over-rendered. They overdid it. It was pretty good. Even with Leia, it's pretty good, but over-rendered. I think they over-rendered Tarkin a little more than they did Leia. But yeah. Katie? Yeah. It's fine. I don't think it's de-aging, and there is room for improvement. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, here, we're gonna go ahead and get into spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, if you haven't watched this latest episode of The Mandalorian, you might want to leave now if you don't want spoilers, because we're going to get into it. Alright? We're going to get into it. I didn't take notes or anything. I don't do that. I just... whatever. Anyway, we can see, there was that death. There was that death that everybody was making a big deal about. I don't know what people are talking about. Who's gonna die? Who's gonna die? Who cares? You know what? And you know what? And here's something. Like with the action. Now, the action and the action and stuff going on in this episode is pretty violent. Just like we've seen, they really kicked up the tempo in that Robert Rodriguez directed episode, where they're getting a lot more violent with it. I thought this was supposed to be a family show, right? But here's the thing I gotta say about that is the violence they got it scaled up. Now the thing here is my kids were watching this episode. We're sitting there watching it, and when they get into the gunfights and the shooting and everything, and then especially, okay, here's the thing, is at the very end, remember at the very end, that bonus credit scene where we seen Boba Fett go down into Jabba the Hutt's palace, and there was, I can't remember that fucking guy's name, you know who I'm talking, that guy. When he went in there and he killed him, boom, shot him right there point blank. My kids even seen that, and I was sitting there like, guess they really ain't playing around. I mean, you could see in this episode they weren't anyway. But I was like, all right. But even my kids looked at that and said, is he dead? There's no blood. Now, the thing is the other day I was watching, CGM Show. You guys know CGM Show? He's one of the guys hangs out over the Den Nerd. See him in a lot of streams. He has a channel too. Go check out his channel. But I was watching CGM Show, and he was doing a video. He was talking about like MCU and Disney and what they're going to do with some of these characters and everything. And he was talking about the violence, like, oh, all these, like, these movies don't have to be violent and all this stuff. They don't have to be all, y'all just want violence and violence, 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 violence. And here's the thing: is like some things require that. Like, you can't tell me that you're gonna make a Punisher movie without violence. Like, simulated violence. Like, I get it, you know, and I've talked about this, but, you know, you do that Quentin Tarantino thing, you know, where you don't actually show it, but you hear it and you feel it, because, you know, they're switching camera angles and all that stuff. Like, that works out in some cases, but either way, when you're the Punisher, gunning people down like a madman, that's a little too violent to be PG-13. He don't use little blaster phaser guns that are stunning you and shit. He kills your ass. There's nothing good about it, right? It's violent. And that's the same thing I feel, even with what they were doing in like the old X-Men stuff, is, you know, you would see, you know, Wolverine out there hacking off limbs, cutting people, stabbing into them, and there's no blood. And it's like, I get why you're not doing it, but it's not realistic. And then when they finally did it, it has effect. I mean, you can actually see. But I mean, you know, and here's the thing, is like, if they're going to show blood, obviously it's not going to be a family show. It's going to be probably R-rated. But that's the thing, is like, the kids already know. It's already that level of violent, whether you show the blood or not. Alright? Same level of violence, whether you show that damn blood or not. You know, because like I said, I was sitting there like, geez, like, alright, you know. But even my kids pointed out, they're like, is he dead? There's something to be said for that. There really is something to be said for that. And that's not to say that it has to be violent every damn minute. It's not to say every battle has to be violent. There's hand-to-hand combat in some of these things and stuff like that. So there's got to be... I don't know. I just think it's hard to walk that line and stuff. I mean, like, even look what they did with Venom. Remember the Venom movie? It's one of those movies. I'm sitting there like, you know, on Venom, on that production, when they were shooting it, or when they were editing it, whatever one, if they would have just shit or get off the toilet about wanting to be rated R, that movie would be a whole lot better. If they would have just decided, you know what, we're going to keep it PG-13, just scale some of that stuff back. scale some of, because some of the stuff they did to make it to even like push it as far as they did, like they didn't even have to do that because they were flirting with rated R, and it's like just go that, just do it, go there. Like you already went there, so you might as well just go there. You know. And going halfway, like I said, he's still shooting somebody dead with a blaster. You know, and even my kids get like, oh shit, he shot him dead, but what is he? Where's the blood at? I'm just saying, or maybe that's my kids. Maybe I'm just bad. Maybe I'm a bad parent. Maybe I'm a bad parent. Just because I don't care doesn't mean I don't understand. But that's kind of where it is for me. But also now, okay, let's see what you're saying. I will XR Kun. I just haven't got a chance to get on there and do that. If you have not watched it, get a life. Yeah, right. 6 MCU shows next year. Yeah. Tarkin over-rendered bugged me out of the theater. Almost freaky. I know. Like, it was just, like, a little too over, like, it looked video game quality. Like, and video game quality can be good, but you could like, it looked like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just, like, just that little bit, just a little bit over-rendered. Yeah. Bo-Katan couldn't even kill Maul. Ahsoka almost killed him. Mando almost gave Ahsoka the smoke. Bo-Katan isn't killing Mando. Oh, man. Landon coming out fucking banging, man. Landon don't give a shit. The moderator, thank you so much for being here, says, I thought the same thing about the violence. I was like, damn, Disney Plus. I know. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you're going there, you might, like, you know, and like, it really showed in the Robert Rodriguez episode when Boba came out. Now, the thing is, like, and we've had a lot of violence up to that point. We've seen a lot of stuff. Hell, in, what was it, like, episode 1 last season? They started, no, yeah. It was episode 2, wasn't it? They went into a shootout! They went into a damn shootout! Right? But it was different. It was a different kind of action and everything that was going down. And the way it was shot. Like, it was shot from far away, so a lot of that stuff you wouldn't see. But a lot of this other stuff has been up close, and like you're seeing stuff, it's like, all right. Yeah. Oh shoot, I know, the moderator is here. I was like, damn. Bib Fortuna. Oh no, not the moderator. Oh no. Trinity, I did not know that what killing or died was until 10 or 11 because of MCU and DC movies. Yeah, and like my kids are age 6 through 10. What if the species doesn't bleed? Yeah, it could be. The blasters could have lightsaber effect. Yeah, and that's kind of what I thought too. Like cauterize a wound. Like, oh, you dead, but that wound's cauterized. You're not gonna bleed to death. Right. Yeah. In comics, nobody means not dead. Nobody means not dead. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Even then, you never know. Eric Heine says, do you think Blade is going to be a rated R film? Why or why not? No, I don't think it's going to be rated R. Should it be? I think you could do Blade not R-rated, but R-rated would be the way to go with that. Slashing people up with a sword, blood. I mean, come on. Kid gets a paper cut and they see blood. You know? So, and by no means am I saying that means that it should be the level of violence like I've seen it. I'm like, because I'm sitting there watching, I'm just like, dang, man, like, it's pretty violent. And we're going to get into the last stuff there, that stuff there at the very end, here in just a minute. Would you like me to block? I've already blocked 3 to 4 people because they said she would die. What? I missed something there. Now Disney Plus is doing Star. I think they're dipping into rated R. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're And I'm telling you, it was pretty violent. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is, okay, so we're in spoilers now. We're already in spoilers, all right? So, like I said, the episode, I talked about all that shit earlier. The episode was really great. I thought it was shot really great. Nowhere during this episode did I really feel that in studio feel. You know, like I could tell that they're shooting on set, not out in the real world. But that's because this episode didn't have anything that would be shot in like a realistic landscape. They were out in space. They were on ships and shit like that. So so they were kind of lucky in that sense, because some of that stuff they were doing with that green screen and the ship stuff in that background on that Robert Rodriguez episode with that fake where they were ship flying, and it looked like I was on the damn ride at Disneyland, man. Like it looked pretty bad. It looked pretty bad. That background looked like shit. Anyway, this episode didn't really have any of that. I thought they pulled everything off pretty good here. Now, obviously, when all the action was going down, are those the dark troopers? Did those not remind you like totally like Terminator style, like they're like completely like more so this time, like before they kind of reminded me like Terminator style. This time totally like Terminator. I'm like, are these fucking Terminators? And yeah, I mean, I guess essentially they are. I thought all that stuff was pretty cool, but then obviously, what's the one thing that everybody's talking about, right? What's the one thing that everybody's talking about? Yeah. How Boba got his ass handed to him by a woman. Disney Star Wars is woke. You see that shit? They're completely ruining the lore of Boba Fett, the guy who died in the belly of a Sarlacc. Well, I guess he didn't. You know what I'm talking about. Woke. I'm kidding. Obviously, I'm talking about Luke. When you're sitting there, you know, all of a sudden, you know, you see the X-Wing fly in, you know, like, the X-Wing flew in, like, I was kind of like, you know, I guess we were kind of expecting this. Like, I was kind of like, you know, like, oh yeah, you know, because seriously, in this time period and everything we're talking about here, you think about everything that was going on, and you think an X-Wing flying up there to that ship, in the, you know, at that time, by itself, without a whole fleet, you know who it is, right? You fucking know it's Luke Skywalker. There's not even a doubt in your mind. So he gets there and starts fucking kicking ass. And of course, by the time you see the lightsaber, you know at that point, who else has a green lightsaber, right? And I was like, holy shit, they're really doing it. They're really fucking doing it, man. They're really fucking doing it. And they brought him in, and you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We're talking about that de-aging tech and all that stuff, and some of the rumors and everything. And you know what? And I remember, even Josh was teasing it. Josh over the Den of Nerds was teasing everybody last night. Why? Seriously, like, as bad as that tech looked when they put Luke's face on whoever the fuck that was they put there in his place, why didn't they just get Sebastian Stan? Seriously. Would anybody out there have been mad if they just got Sebastian Stan and didn't use any tech on him whatsoever? Sebastian Stan wasn't doing anything at this time when they were shooting this damn series. Falcon and Winter Soldier wasn't doing nothing. Why wasn't Favreau like, hey, bro, what you doing? And he's like, hey, nothing, bro. Hey, want to come shoot something? Hey, yeah, bro. Pfft. Not shooting anything for Falcon and Winter Soldier. People been talking about it online. Thanks for the call, John. Like, that's seriously frustrating to me. That's seriously frustrating. Now, I know the challenge is, it's probably cheaper to pay somebody to render a shitty looking Luke Skywalker CGI face whose fucking lips didn't even match what the fuck he was saying. Sorry. I'm getting not safe for work. Just get Sebastian Stan. Was it that hard? Just pay him the damn money for fucking 10 minutes worth of footage. And it wasn't even that. It was probably like 3 minutes. They could have used a body double the whole time and just had him come on for 2 damn minutes. They have him on set for half a day. And I'm not even sitting here like it was my expectation that they have to use Sebastian Stan or anything like that. But seriously, that CGI job over his face was fucking horrible. They could have got somebody that didn't even look like Luke Skywalker. Didn't even look like Mark Hamill to come in and play, and I would have been happy. Happier than I was with that. Ugh. In case you can't tell, I was a little upset about that. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not sorry. I do apologize, though, for getting a little worked up over this. But it's ridiculous. That stuff looked like crap. You had one job to do. Just one. Anyway. But he finally fights. Dude, he went through and he tore through. I thought that he seemed a little short. I thought he seemed a little short, and I thought he seemed a little scrawny. Is it just me? Did the guy seem a little short and a little scrawny? Let me know. But he came through. He slaughtered all them dark troopers, dude. That was good stuff, man. He was in there, dude. Like, I was like, ah. And believe me when I say, I'm not the biggest. Like, I by no means am a Luke Skywalker stan. Ooh, see what I did there? I'm by no means a Luke Skywalker stan. Like, Luke Skywalker's cool. Like, he finally came around. But honestly, like, I always thought, like, in the original trilogy, he was too whiny for me. Even when I was a kid, I was like, dude, why is this guy so whiny? Why is he so whiny? He finally came around by Return of the Jedi, but he was just too whiny. And then he obviously went back there. He was obviously having too much of that blue milk, that soy milk. In the sequel trilogy. I'm kidding. Oh, look, I'm probably... Oh, shit, I'm getting thumbs down now. It's all a joke, guys. But he came in, he slaughtered all these, and he comes through, dude, and it's like, oh, like, I was like, seriously, like, he came in, and I was like, oh, and then you put that potato face over him. Like, that shit was like, sorry, I'm getting back into it. I'm sitting there thinking, like, that's like fucking Game of Death style. Do you know what I'm talking about? Game of Death? Dude, I was like, this ain't it, bro. But then R2-D2 came onto screen, man. And I lost my shit. Not sure if maybe you do or you don't know. But R2 is my favorite character in all of Star Wars. R2 hopped on the set, bro, and like I lost my shit, man. I'm like, R2. I was like my kids were. When they seen Grogu. When they finally seen Grogu get saved at the end. My kids were probably saying, I seen R2, I was like, got R2. We got Luke Skywalker there. We got Grogu. It's almost like Yoda. Yeah, man. That was something, man. I'm telling you, dude. Like, I seriously, I lost my shit. I lost my shit. I did. I lost it. I was like, fuck yeah, R2. I was sitting there. I was like, I was like that dude on Spider-Man Homecoming. I was like, you the man, R2. Yeah. That was great. And then, we see the end, where they go to the Fets, and, we see, go to the huts. Fett does his thing, fucking takes over, and then dude, did you see him sit on that? Tell me, okay? What did that remind you of? What did that last Boba scene remind you of? Let me see if I can find it. Let me know. What did that last Boba scene remind you of? That bonus credit scene remind you of? Let me see if I can find it. See if I can find a picture of what I was looking for. Probably won't be able to. Not that fast. Pretty sure this is what I'm thinking of. But did that? Okay, let's see what everybody's saying here. Yeah, I can't find it. I'm not gonna keep you all that long for that, looking for this thing. But what did that remind you of? That scene there at the very end when Boba Fett goes up there, sits down on that throne. Bennett comes up, sits down next to him with a big old bottle. Yeah, man, that was pretty sick. Now, is it just like, okay, nobody's answering now, huh? I know I gave you long enough for the delay, but tell me, that last scene didn't give you fucking Conan vibes? Is it just me? Did that not seem like Conan? Did that not give you Conan vibes? Like, even like the way it was shot, the way, like, I'm sitting there like, dude, that's fucking Conan vibes all the way, bro. All the way that gave me Conan vibes. And I was like, no. Like, I know, I get it. Like, I know that Marvel owns, all that. But, nah. You think? I'm telling you, it reminded me of Conan. Dude. Yeah. Anyway, let's let's get here and to see what you guys are saying. Sorry, I've been nerding out for long enough, man. I'm sorry. I'm about to spoil the episode, so leave if you haven't watched. Yeah. Master Luke Skywalker. I felt like a kid again. Yeah. Stunned. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because you're sitting there like, the thing is, like, there was no question. When you see a lone X-Wing out there, it's not one of them dudes that went and questioned Mando, remember in that one episode? What was that, episode 2? Where the whole episode could have just been called, The Cops Ain't Bad. It wasn't one of them. It wasn't one of any one of those guys. It wasn't any of those people. None of. Anyway, it wasn't any. You knew who it was. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think at that point I got goosebumps and I started to go numb. Like, I was like, oh. Yeah, because I'm like, they're not really doing this. And I was like, no. Like, I was in denial the whole time until I actually seen him. Until I actually seen that lightsaber. I was in denial. I was like, no. No. Like, like Benicio del Toro and what was that? Fear and Loathing. Oh! Oh! I'm telling you, like, yeah, I was like, no freaking way they did this, dude. Yeah, they did it, man. They did it. Dark Troopers from Rebels were cooler. Okay, yeah, I haven't watched Rebels. I haven't watched Rebels. Yeah, woke. The other thing, everyone was talking about R2D2. Absolutely, absolutely. I did not want Luke to show up in this episode until Luke showed up in this episode. I know. Me too. Me too. XR Coon says Grogu Master Skywalker. There are too many of them. What are we gonna do? Yeah. Park outdoors. Hashtag the force is female. Oh, oh, oh. Oh man, that's so funny, man. That's so funny. Yeah, yeah, and that's true though. I didn't want Luke to show up until like Luke showed up, and I was like, yeah, it was great. You know, and the other thing I didn't bring up, you know, Mando taking off his helmet and giving it up. You can tell he's giving it up. He took off his helmet. But did anybody else see his face? Or only Grogu and Luke and R2? Oh, what's he gonna do? And that was a heartwarming moment, wasn't it? Seeing little baby Grogu and the Mandalorian. No, it was pretty touching. It was pretty touching. It was. Peyton Reed knows how to get those moments, man. I thought that was good. So what did you think of Jake showing up? Jake? What's Jake? Yeah, I wanted Thrawn to show up, but I'm good with Luke. Yeah. Yeah, that would have been something too. I mean, obviously it seems like they're building to that. R2D2 is what made me cry. Yeah, absolutely. Me too, man. Me too. I seen R2, I was like, oh, they had to go there. You can tug at heartstrings all day with Grogu. That's all fine. I'm okay. Grogu's cute, you know. That's all good. But R2, man, it's my man. I feel like R2 recognized the child. It kind of seemed like that. Yeah. Did Grogu recognize R2? Yeah, kind of like it seemed like they seemed familiar, but maybe it was through the Force. Maybe it was through that beacon thing. Yeah. R2D2 made me feel like a 5-year-old watching Star Wars for the. I know that's exactly how I was, dude. I seen R2 and I'm like, oh my god. And the de-aging tech they used on R2. I can't. Obviously, I'm kidding. Yeah, but yeah, R2, man. Yes, great. Yeah. He recognized him. I think he did. Didn't R2 have his droid wiped because of Bail Organa? He did. Yeah. They had him wiped. But you know what? Isn't there always little files left behind and everything, and that's why you always take your hard drive and you destroy it yourself and all that stuff? Isn't there always like, you know, somebody knows their stuff? They'll get it there. He's got it. Yeah. Theory started sobbing, man. He's a true fan. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. But for me, like, I'm telling you, because I love, like, for me, it's R2, dude. Like, I seen R2 and I lost my shit. I did. I was sitting there crying, like, I was like, and my kids are like, Daddy's crying. Mind wipes, yeah. Not only C-3PO has memory wiped. Okay, alright. Yeah, they might not even care about R2, because technically, he don't really have any communication skills with them, so they probably don't even care. They don't really, you know. Don't know when his mind was, yeah. Park Outdoors, I believe you are correct. Okay, yeah. We'll have to look into that. I can't remember. But I thought Bale did say something like that though. I thought he did want his mind wiped, didn't he? I thought he did say something like that. Whether they did it or not is a completely different story. Grogu, Luke, can you come here? Luke, nah. No, I'll let you get captured. Grogu, no, come. No, but I need to make a banger entrance, Grogu, okay? Yeah, right? Yeah. Didn't have a problem with Luke. Oh, dang you, Mike Porter, dang you. You're supposed to be mad. You're supposed to be mad. You're supposed to agree with me. I was too exhausted and stoned to care about about the way that Luke looked. Right. That's funny. It did look like a video game version. Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. It was like, dude, it was so, oh god, it was so horrendous. Well, I enjoyed the way he looked and didn't really care. I'm glad to hear somebody complaining about it because that's real, not just fan gushing. Yeah. Luke was whiny like his father before him. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Luke was whiny like his father before him. I love it. Good. I'm gonna have to use that as a tagline for all them little Luke Skywalker stands that come out, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, you don't like Luke Skywalker? It doesn't matter anyway. That's why you like Disney Star Wars, because they ruined the lore of Luke Skywalker, but they didn't ruin the lore of your R2-D2, did they?" They did, actually. Because R2-D2 was who saved everyone's ass in like every movie he was in. Have him sitting around watching like literally a cuck. Like, I'm not sure what you call it. Who else just sits around watching? They did my boy proud today, man. Raccoon, I just played it. Bale says, have the protocol droid's mind wiped. Then the camera zoomed on 3PO. R2-D2 was safe. Okay, yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. Yeah, because he's the protocol droid. Yeah. It was the same thing. Made me lose. Okay, it was. Alright. R2-D2 is in my top 3 faves. Yeah. What the heck is this, man? Oh, sorry. Sorry, Landon. Sorry. You still have these fake versions of masculinity in your head, don't ya? I had to pause because I was crying. If you saw Star Wars Theory reaction to it, hell yeah, it was like that. Oh, did he cry at R2 also? Is that what did it for him too? Is he an R2 fan? I've never been to his channel. I've never seen it. I've never been to it. Like, yeah. But is he an R2 fan also? Yeah, because I was, yeah. Love that, yeah. Just you. I was still crying over R2. Nice. Trapper Wolf. I honestly thought the X-Wing, oh, okay, are you talking about the X-Wing pilot guy? Yeah. I honestly thought the X-Wing was either Filoni or the other guy. Filoni? Right? Oh, that's funny. Kind of like Josh was saying, it took me a few minutes until you actually see him where I'm like, no, they're not going to do it. No, they're not going to do it. No, they're not going to do it. Oh my God, they did it. Yeah. I was like, no, don't give me hope. Yeah. Oh, those aren't Dark Troopers and Rebels until proven they are just sentry droids. Oh, we got a fight brewing in the chat. Oh, Jake from State Farm. Oh, D2 would have been at the temple when Grogu was there. D2? Oh, R2-D2? I hear you. I get you. Yeah. R2-D2 would have been at the temple. Yeah. That makes sense. They tell Anakin and Luke to wipe his memory, but they never do. Yeah. Makes sense. Every main Star Wars character starts an annoying brat, then grows into lovable favorites. I guess so. All All I'm saying is the Skywalker boys are little whiny, little whiny, they're little whiny bitches, man. They're little whiny bitches. They whine too much for me, man. They're a little too emo. And believe me, look, I cried when I saw R2-D2. So believe me, I'm sensitive. But they're just too whiny. You know what I mean? Like, they're too whiny. Like, sometimes I think the same thing about my son. Sometimes I'm like, he's just a little too whiny for me. Did I whine like that? I didn't. But, yeah, it's a phase. They grow out of it, right? Oh, man, that's funny. Trinity was a joke. What was a joke? What? Oh, my hat? Oh, man, that's funny. Yeah, I know, Landon. I was just joking too, man. I was just joking too. I think it was Luke, the Star Wars series crying for, but yes, okay, yeah. I figured it was Luke. Everybody loves Luke. Everybody loves your little Luke. Your little crybaby Luke. R2-D2. You never seen him cry about nothing. That fool just went in. You know what? I bet you if they had like those levels and stuff of like different branches of the government equivalent to what we've got, R2-D2 would have been a Marine. Just saying. Oh man. Yeah, alright, yeah. He balled, yeah. Probably about Luke, yeah, probably. Hey, everybody, like, yeah, anyway. Alpha Mom 55 says, I didn't realize you were live. My kids just watched it. Nice, yeah. Yeah, oh man, I'm telling you, such a great episode. So great. Yeah, my kids were watching it with me when I watched it too. R2 said Grogu. He hid in R2. Hey, he very well could have. Could be, yeah. What did you think of de-aging tech on Luke Skywalker's face? I think it was horrible. Oh, Eric, did you miss? Are you trying to trigger me again? Is that what you're? Are you trying to trigger me again? Eric, is that? I'd rather you come in here and ask for us to do a community stream right now because I kind of feel like you're trolling me right now. And I feel like you're wanting to trigger me into talking about that tech. Yes, I'm going to put tech in quotes that they used on Luke Skywalker. That was the worst. I could probably do better than that. I'm telling you, just pay Sebastian Stan. I think he is, isn't he? You guys are laughing. Oh, XR Coon. I know you son of a bitch. I know you're messing with me. I know you trolling. I know. You liked it? That potato? Are you kidding me? That looked like somebody took and cut a little paper cutout and posted it just over the little thing, and every little shot they're like moving it a little bit for each frame. That was trash. That was freaking trash. My kids could do better on their phones with a green screen and their phone technology, an iMovie. That was terrible. It was terrible. Luke looked cool. What are you talking about? His hair didn't even move. It was copy and pasted in place. Did you see the picture they used? The light didn't even change on it. See how the light changed on my face when I turn it? It was copy and paste. It was like, if I went like this. And said, hey guys, how you doing? What's going on, man? How y'all doing today? Oh, Bush League. They're lucky I liked the rest of the damn episode. The episode because that Luke CGI was trash. Absolute trash. Horrible. Somebody should be fired for that. Jon Favreau should walk into the studio today. Take somebody's job. Alright, I'm sorry. I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. I didn't dislike him. I didn't necessarily like the way it looked either. I was just blown away that he was there. Yeah, I was blown away that yeah. They tried to get you because they tried to get you all happy, get you all feel so you don't even pay attention to his face. I did. His CGI face didn't emote. It looked like It looked like okay. It didn't emote. Yeah, it didn't. Oh man, you're so upset at this thing. I know. And I feel ridiculous for it. Am I taking crazy pills? After the stream, I'm gonna watch it again. Oh my god. Oh, I have some thoughts I might want to put on a video. I don't know yet. Yeah. Anonymous, thank you so much for being here, man. Yeah, I'm getting ready to end it here, though. Oh man, I bet that Luke CGI, looking the way it did, is what made them go, let's bring in R2 as well. Yeah, they're like, dude, this is gonna piss Trinity off. We better bring R2 in. Oh, but they were thinking of me, and I appreciate that. But you all have a good day, and we'll see you all tonight on the Trailer Park Live. Later.